Hi, and welcome to the website on statistics. This specific page is dedicated to explaining the Z-test, the Z-score, and the usefulness in education. The Z-test is categorized as an inferential statistic. This specific test allows for the comparison of the population mean and the sample mean. So down a little further, there are 8 procedural steps for the Z-test as specified by Salkind. The very first one is you state the null and research hypotheses. The second is set the level of risk associated with the null hypothesis. Number 3, select the appropriate test statistic. Number 4, you compute the test statistic value. Number 5, determine the value needed for rejection of the null hypothesis using the appropriate table of critical values for the particular statistic. Number 6, compare the obtained value and the critical value. Number 7, if the obtained value is more extreme than the critical value, the null hypothesis cannot be accepted. Then if the obtained value does not exceed the critical value, then the null hypothesis is the most attractive. So here is some information about the Z-score. This is the Z-score formula over here on the right-hand side. And a little bit of an explanation. First of all, the representations, the symbols. The one with the X bar, it mean of the sample. Okay, the mu is the population mean. The sigma is the population standard deviation. N is the sample size, and Z, of course, is the Z-score. So over here, Z-score equals, okay, we have the mean of the sample minus the mean of the population. Then you divide it by, divided by the standard error of the mean, which is the population standard deviation, which is divided by the square root of the sample size. Also, we get to use 2 tables that represent the Z-scores. One is the positives and one is the negative. A sample that it looks like that I'm referring to is something like this, the standard normal Z table. Okay, as you can see, there is, it's a bell curve, and then there's -3s. The minuses are on this side, and the positives are on this side. I'm going to go back to my website. Hello. All right. So why is the Z-test useful in education? It's useful for the teachers to compare part of the population to its entire population to confirm if the mean for the sample represents the total. It also gives the teacher the ability to confirm if previous studies were done correctly, and you can't take a survey on the entire population. It's just not realistic. You just can't. So you take it of a sample size and you manage it, and it's more reachable.